Hello. Yes, I'm aware that my camera looks weird. There's a reason my camera looks weird, and I'm gonna explain this to you. So, if you're not in the Discord, join the Discord, ! Discord in the chat. Here, I'll do it for you. I'm so generous. I'll do it for you. But if you join our Discord, the sewers, if you will, I posted an image. This image was of my computer blue screening. Now, the stream was already delayed. Wanna know why stream was delayed? Because I was reading. Okay, I'll admit it. I was reading. Stream was delayed because of my incompetent ass deciding to start a new chapter of my book before I stream. I finished my chapter, by the way. It's very good. But you guys are looking a little short there. It was fine. I hop on my computer being like, okay, I'm already late to stream. I'm about 16 minutes late. Yeah, let me just hop on that real quick. I hop on, I open my stuff, I open OBS, and then I'm like, hey, why is Riot Vanguard opened? Let me close that. I'm not playing Valorant. Then, the Riot Vanguard operator decides to commit a suicide bomb and just fucking crashes my PC. So, I'm even later than I meant to be. In the Discord, I said 8:30 to 9. I was late because I was reading. Then, Riot Vanguard commits suicide and takes my PC out with it. So I'm even later than I should be, and it's already almost 10 p.m. So the April Fool's joke here is my own incompetence. It has nothing to do with anything else. I completely forgot it's fucking April Fool's Day today. I was just like, oh, I'm gonna stream a normal stream. No. No. Let me pull up this fucking image for you because it's so dumb. Like, fucking Riot Vanguard crashes my PC entirely. Like, why? What's wrong? I don't believe you. What's wrong? What is up? Nothing is wrong. I didn't even plan on doing like an April Fool's thing today. Like, for all you know, this could be pre-recorded. No, I'm joking. But, like, I don't understand. Why did my computer just decide to shit the bed? Look! That is such a big image. Your device ran into a problem and needs to restart. We're collecting some arrow info and then we'll restart for you. 70% complete. What's that down there? That is the Riot Vanguard system. Why? and then because my computer crashes, my fucking OBS decides we can't see the image. You could see the image. I saw it. I saw it on my preview. You could see the image. I was untabbed, so I don't know. You're in the Discord. But to make it worse, because my computer shit the bed, my webcam decides to be like, hey, let's reset all your settings, and refuses to go back to the settings I had. So now I'm stuck with this grainy ass image and it won't go back to the exposure settings I want. So I need a new camera. This camera has been shit, and it always has been shit, but I've been dealing with it, okay? I also haven't done my Duolingo today, so we're gonna hope the stream doesn't go past 12 a.m. because I need to buy some freezes. And I don't feel like, you know, doing it on stream today. It is just a normal fucking, like, stream today. I'm not doing April Fools. You can be skeptical all you want. There is no April Fools. It's all in your head. It's all in your head. Streaming. Don't come in. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Bro had to go dark. Void. Yeah. What are you doing? A sibling came into my room. Unannounced. I got a Dr. Pepper. Nothing's new. I got Dr. Pepper, bro. You're so scared. Why are you so scared? There is no... Okay, looks really bad. Guys, I don't care if it's April 1st. There is no prank. There is no joke. We are going... There is no Tooth Fairy and there is no Queen of England. No, there is no joke. We're just gonna... We are just playing fucking Stanley today. Like, I just got a Dr. Pepper delivered to me. That's it. That's it. I just have a Dr. Pepper now. I don't... There is no joke. Speaking of Stanley, let's get to that. There's no joke. There's no joke. None. You're imagining it. It's all in your head. Okay. Let's play Stanley. Like I said I would. If my game would please capture. Please. 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 Capture. Game. Game. Game capture. Game. There we go. Game, capture. Capture game, game capture. My microphone feels weird. This seems like an awful fucking, like, joke for, like, yeah. This seems like This seems like an awful fucking joke for, like, all of, like, April Fools. Like, the whole joke is that there is no joke. What time is it? It's fucking 9:54. I could have gone down. That's fine. What? Never mind. 9. Oh, it's 9:54 p.m. 9:54. Go faster. 54. Hell yeah. There is no joke. No, accessibility settings can be accessed from menu. Okay. There is no joke. There's no joke. Does it sound good, chat? Can we hear? Is everything okay? I was yelling and my dad told me to shush. Sorry. My dad told me to be quiet. I'm not helping you, fine. If the sound is bad, that's your fault, though. I'm retiring as a mod.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Incredible.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
427.
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor. On
Solid job.
Telling him what buttons to push.
I'm white. Look how white I am. What happened?
This is
jump scare. White man jump scare. That's all this game is just white man jump scare.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made
Dr. Pepper. Very important.
Stanley was happy.
Incredible. I'm gonna make him unhappy. That's my goal. Goal, make Stanley unhappy.
Happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
Forever change him.
Never quite forget.
My glasses are dirty again and I can't see.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Interesting.
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Not even
Never in
high?
all his years at the company
What?
had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and
The
stepped.
sensitivity. I just cut him off. Sorry, my bad. Sensitivity. Where's the fucking... Oh, I'm so smart. That much.
Out of his office.
That's better. Okay. Off we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I...
Stanley decided
What?
to go to the meeting room.
I
Perhaps
hate
he had simply
Mondays.
missed the memo.
We got fucking Garfield in the office. This person...
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
Shush. Look, no matter how much we try, this person hates April Fool's Day, okay? That's what it is. Who farted? Who did this? Who did this? Hello? Yoink. What do these yep, I can read that. I'm signing my name. Okay, I see.
But it didn't
Woo!
make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story.
What does
in
that
any
say?
way.
Smile? It says, cup says smile. I just like work. I just hate my boss. Awesome. Incredible. This is a Windows background. Yoink. Look at all these documents. Who farted? How the mighty have fallen. What is the political environment in the Stanley parable, do you think? What? Surname access. What is the political environment? I hate Mondays. Bye-bye. Holy shit.
To a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Guys, it's the situation. Now, I basically grew up with the first version of this game, and I know some stuff about the Deluxe, but not all of it. So the question is, do we follow his instructions or no? Do we follow his instructions? I think not.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley
Windows
knew
background.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That computer's on and no one's in there, and it makes me upset. I can't turn it off. Incredible.
Yes, truly
Cold
a room
drinks.
worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour
Water,
after
water,
all,
water.
just to spend a few moments
Is that like
here in
fucking
this immaculate,
Sprite?
beautifully constructed room.
Pepsi?
Stanley simply stood
Grape?
here, drinking it all
What is the
in.
yellow? Like yellow mellow or something? Yep, I'm drinking it all in. Just like I'm drinking this coffee nut. Okay. They're coffee beans,
Yes,
actually, but...
Really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly
Number
captivating
one, Dad.
that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Why are there so many who farted cups? Who's the office stinker? Like, who...
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly
F
on his overall personality.
Fuel. There we go.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
What the... You hearing this guy? You're joking. I can't believe this. That's a phone background.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long
What
time
does
had
this
passed and
say?
there was no more, he decided that the game was going to send him a message.
What is it about this place? The weeks I've spent here, they feel like mere seconds. Zoom in. It is the nature of this... Mom? Room is the nature of this room. Its essence. What the freak? Its essence. It calls to me. What the fuck is this, like, serial killer mode? Tugs at my soul. Are you guys reading this? Wait, I want to see how much about this I can read. What the fuck? I've never seen this before. In me for... Whoa, this is such... I'm waiting for the joke. You're the joke. You're a joke. This is why... Nope, I can't say that. Nope. Someone zoom in on that. I retire. Uh-huh. Go ahead, /unmod yourself.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left.
Hey, where's the door? Yeah, the April Fool's joke is that you're just not allowed to leave. You're trapped here forever. I'm okay. Trees!
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I want up on this chair and up on this desk. Look at all these cool architectural things. I 100% doubt they got a calculation of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I 100% doubt that. Do not lie. You are lying right now. Stop. Okay. I'm sorry. My bad. I didn't know the sign has personal beef with me. I'm not lying, actually. I'd say I'm pretty truthful. What is this? 5th Annual Subcommittee Meeting of the Internal Revenue Analysis for Committees of the Royal Revenue Dissensions Club. No girls. Girls are not allowed at the Royal Revenue Dissensions Club. The all intellectual internal revenues be reviewed exclusively by members of royalty appointed whatever the fuck. Okay. No girls allowed though. I hope the Crows team had such a fun time just making those random ass letters. Danger. Vent access for trained employees only. Climb at your own risk. Interesting. What if I... Let me on. Okay, what's this say? Warning, do not jump from cargo lift while it's in motion, will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. You're gonna have to rip that money out of my cold dead hands, man. I don't know about you.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you.
A2.
All this time.
There's a door up there.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
That sucks.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Uh-huh.
Chance.
Yeah. All these papers and graphs and shit. Danger! Danger everywhere. Incredible. Interesting. Let me in. Fragile. Fragile. This is terrifying. Cargo! Operator's manual. Okay. I don't know why I imagined like a zesty, ass voice saying that. Warning, do not stand on this side of fence. Okay. No buckets past this point. Okay. No buckets allowed.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Uh-huh. I need a key card. I've decided. What? You said blue? My bad.
Aha. Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Sorry, you said blue, right? That's my bad, honestly.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Said blue, right?
Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see?
Uh-oh.
There's nothing here.
Let me out! Let me
In this
out!
section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? I put a lot of time
My
into
bad,
that,
bro.
because
I didn't mean to.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help
My
me here,
bad,
Stanley.
bro.
Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yeah, actually, I'd
Work
love a
with me.
skill
You've
tree.
given me absolutely nothing so far.
I want to level up Stanley and give him like megal armor. Let me give, you know.
Third option. This feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
You know how in like fucking games where they'll have like a female character that you can put in armor, but the armor is like a fucking bikini? I want to be able to get a skill tree and like an inventory and just do that to Stanley. Where's Stanley's mega lingerie?
Okay. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, no lingerie. The Discord noises? Oh. That, I actually just forgot to put my Discord in streamer mode.
The game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically. But
Yeah.
That's not even helpful.
So it was not a joke. It was not a joke. I'm being sussed out by my own mod.
Here, based on the data from your
Sus?
playthrough,
Sus
I
like
think
Among
version.
Us?
And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Interesting. Good old Neil, Skid, Nico Nacho, Vala. Or would it be Voya? Depends where they're from. A dead rat. Hey, I'm above Stanley. I'm above Stanley. Let's go. I'm above Stanley. I'll take it.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through?
I may have been dead, but I was still above Stanley.
Answers, please.
Still kind of shit, but I was above Stanley.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of the new game I've been working on, and that would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Awesome. Incredible.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the room.
Yeah.
And if he reaches the fire, you fail.
Oh, okay.
It's a very meaningful game. All about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting...
Why is there a singular plant here?
I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So how's your day, guys? How you been? You know, I have about until 2 a.m. until the next part comes up. So it'd be nice if you guys could like talk to me while I'm doing this, you know? I'd really appreciate it. It'd be pretty good. I mean, obviously it'll be a little bit, but you know, it makes for a great stream, I'd say. Like, I'd say it's pretty good. You know? Going silent. I mean, are you sure? I mean, this is a great way to spend your Easter. Or Easter? April. Easter is yesterday. Okay, guys, you can't even be mad at me for this. Because it's Autism Awareness Month.
Bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me?
It's Autism Awareness Month, guys. You can't even be mad at me for burning a baby alive. It's incredible.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm done.
Uh-huh.
It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. No, of course. My bad. Banger game! I love this game.
What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation?
Firewatch, Firewatch, Firewatch. Who firewatches the Firewatch? Who firewatches?
Innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose.
Where's Delilah? Where's Delilah? Hey there, Delilah. Cookbook.
Total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this
Suds.
game, Stanley, and it seems there's even more.
Space
Come,
Puffs.
Let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Dr. President. Birds of Wyoming. The Patriots. Death Smiles at 2. Singular Mind. Rusty. Truck Alaska. Where's Delilah? I need Delilah. Do 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 do. Can't remember. Do I go this way? I do. Propane. There's a hair tickling my tin. Tickling my tin. Tickling my chin, not tickling my tin. What the fuck does that even mean, bro? I need to clean this, guys. It's hairy. A gentle what the fuck have you just typed in my chat? What is this? Hold on. A gentle glow from the computer screen washes over the dark desk, colors flickering in rapid motion. The monitor whirs in self-defense of the growing heat. The ceiling fan lays mockingly silent in the stifling air. Reclined in a street. What? What is that? What is that? What have you put in my chat? I didn't even realize what that's saying. What the fuck is that? Get that pedophile out my chat. Oh, ain't no way. No, 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 no. I will time you out. Stop that right now. Stop that right now. That's it. Chat's in timeout. That chat is in timeout. Chat is in timeout. You are not allowed to be on the screen. Chat is in timeout. Oh my god. Oh, there's no way. What the fuck? Oh my god. I cannot believe this. Ugh. Okay. Are you done? Are we done doing that now? Let's be nice. I haven't heard that name in years.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off.
No!
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley.
And my open world game.
You nearly wandered off into that thing.
Uh-huh.
Big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Yeah, thank heavens.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Holy shit.
Wonderful. See, this is exactly what I had in mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design.
Follow the line.
Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm having a great time.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley,
Sports ball?
I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together? Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Holy shit. Boonk. Holy shit. Let's go score. Let's go score on orange. Wow. I'm so bad at Rocket Spleef.
Is this fun? Is it better
Rocket
than my
League?
miserable
Rocket
little story
Spleef?
that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought, and I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but
I got Minecraft on the mind, bro. You ruined me.
Then surely multiple balls will for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here
Brother.
comes another ball.
In. Please, please. Why can't I get this one fucking ball in?
Stanley, I'm like a child in a confectionery shop. I simply have to have more. I'm insatiable.
More balls. I fucking love that quote so much. Hell yeah. Oh, that one's going in. Whee! Boom.
Are you enjoying
Boom.
this, Stanley? You
Please.
having fun? Is this a real video game?
Please.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time because guess
Yay!
what? It's over. That's right. Your
Bro
little
took my
fun
balls
comes
away.
in. This is my game, and what I say.
I just got
goes.
neutered, bro.
You
What
get to
the
have
hell
fun when
happened?
I'm
I shouldn't say that.
Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes.
Anyways, bye.
Hold on. What are you doing?
More balls, please. Wager, I request more balls.
I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
Screwdriver. Any interesting paper? Filing cabinets. Oh. Terrifying. This is slightly scary. Yeah, wasn't this the original, like, Gmod map or something? Very cool. My room! Oh. Interesting. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it.
My choice?
He'll understand soon what I was trying
Me?
to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon.
They're a little gay, right? It's a little gay. He needs me. That's a little gay. That's like a there's something there. Interesting. Anyways. They're a little homosexual.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
They're a little gay. Any computers that need shutting off? I mean, the matter has not Stanley looked. Nope, I'm going out the window. Fuck you. I'm so bright!
Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game.
I've turned into a fucking ghost!
Praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique
I'm a ghost, bro. What happened?
Take a minute just to
I'm
drink it
so
all in.
white. I've turned into a fucking
I'm
comic
now.
book
What do you
character.
think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No. No.
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real
I'm
question.
so white.
What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different?
No.
Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps
Maybe.
you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place.
Well, now I'm gonna go check.
Now, think about it. Would it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here?
In the Stanley parable, the narrator and Stanley is one of control and resistance. The narrator guides Stanley actions expecting obedience, but Stanley often disobeys, exploring different paths and endings. It's playful yet thought-provoking commentary on choice, free will, and the player-game relationship. It's a little gay.
Clearly, this whole gag takes
It's a little gay.
The other option is even longer. How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one? Imagine if you had selected continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps
He just keeps going.
in fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. I've built up the other option so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
Does he come back after like 5 minutes, or should I restart? No. 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 Just no. I'm gonna assume he doesn't come back. No? Please? 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 No? Okay. Let's do it again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Let me on. There you
No
go.
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Incredible. I'm white again.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map. Until he heard this
I broke the
narration
map.
and realized it was part of the game.
It's me. I did it.
He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
Yep.
Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this?
I just found this on Tumblr. It's quite clear that the narrator and Stanley, the player, are just friends and nothing more. The narrator simply guides Stanley through his mundane tasks and provides commentary on his life, but there's no romantic tension or affection between them. To suggest otherwise is a gross misunderstanding of their relationship. Okay.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely.
A man
but you
can't
could
dream.
literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right
Looking
now.
at it seriously, yes, I understand that it's like,
Now, what
no,
else
they're
would be an
not
appropriate
romantic
time to
whatsoever,
quit?
but
Any of
still.
these things and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on.
Jesus, you are just lore dumping in my chat. I understand. I get it. I was joking. Let a man have gay thoughts and gay ideas. Let me be gay. I understand. Jesus. Clear chat all you want in the Twitch chat. I understand. I was doing a funny. I was doing a funny. Let mans do a funny.
Unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh, okay.
There once was a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Who people considered so manly.
Okay.
But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
I think you're talking to the wrong one.
Best was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function.
Rude as hell!
He's in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible.
Uh-huh.
And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Yep, that's me. Quite unbearable. Does just continue forever? I mean, it's quite good. Good melody. What is that melody? Okay. I have a feeling this is just gonna loop for the next forever, so. Let's get out of the void so I'm no longer fucking the pastiest person you've ever seen in your entire life.
Were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh. Incredible. I hate Mondays. All right.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
We're gonna do this methodically, I think.
The employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think we're gonna just try and go down as many paths as possible.
Yes. This room,
because I'm curious. So we need to jump off the fucking platform again, and this time actually go through the red door. Yep, I was terrible at following directions. Come on, let's go. Chop chop, movie boy.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
all about me, baby. Game's named after me, unless your name is Parable, but...
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have
Ash check DMs. Fine. In the middle of stream. Fine. What the fuck is this? Okay. Interesting. Just sent me a meme about Joe Biden.
Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help
buckets.
you, to show you something beautiful.
Yep.
Let me prove it.
That sucks. Anyways, let's go. Red door. Let me in. I choose the red pill.
This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
You okay? What fucking door opens the wrong way?
You are willing to listen to me.
Yeah.
You see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time.
Yep.
The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running,
I have a feeling
you're doing right now.
that I might be going in circles.
I wanted to
a smidge of a feeling.
We would both be so much happier.
A smidge of a feeling.
Stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
A chance I'm going in circles. Void. No longer void.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Oh, that's sweet.
I actually feel happy.
Pretty. Pretty. I want to watch them all like conjoin up in the middle. I feel like I need to put my glasses on. It's so blurry. Whoa! I like that. Hello. Okay. That's very nice, but I'm gonna go now.
No, wait. Where are you going?
I saw everything. Did I not? I mean, there's green out there now, but I'm pretty sure I saw the most of it.
Oh no.
Oh.
Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Oh. That's awkward. No, it's fine. It's fine. Look, green.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Oh, look, now there's red dots, chat. I have a feeling I'm gonna need to throw myself off that platform. A small idea. Wild sentence in 2024. That is a wild chat message. Okay, let's go commit suicide. Chat. Twitch, that is a joke in the video game.
Talk about? You're risking everything you achieved here.
Don't show my therapist this clip. It's fine.
Before you will die.
I need to restart.
Getting through to you?
I need to restart. My bad, bro.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
Okay. 1 + 1 = 2. Then,
No!
Oh. We need to do more math, chat. Give me a math problem.
No.
Give me a math problem.
What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
I got a math problem? Okay. If I can, solve the math problem good, I'll throw myself off of this fucking platform. Yeah, go ahead. What's the math problem? Better not be geometry related. Considering I think I'm gonna fail my geometry test tomorrow. But what's the math problem, yo? Beep beep. I'm standing on the edge of glory. It's eerie. Chop chop. What the fuck is that? So money signal times money signal, and money at Y is such that 1. The product of that is 192. The sum of them is 100. Yeah, I don't know that. God damn it! I gotta go back up again.
Go back to the other room. Can you do that for me? My God, is this really how much you dislike?
This has nothing to do with you, baby girl. This has nothing to do with you, baby girl. This all has to do with math. That's not what's happening. I'm killing myself because of math. It's not because of you, baby girl. It's me. Whee! God damn it! How many times? I should have broken my neck by now.
I guess that was too much to ask.
No.
Looks like you wanted to make a choice after all.
It's not your fault, baby girl. It's not your fault. Please, just let me get up there quicker.
Is it over?
Took long enough, Jesus.
Start, isn't it?
My bad.
I'm going back.
If you helped me solve the math problem, I wouldn't have done it. Oh. I have a feeling that's not what that's supposed to look like. What?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
What is happening? Why is there math in my chat? Get that math out of here. You're banned. You're banned. Get that math out of here. Why is there so much paper? I'm so confused. New content. New content? Okay.
Oh, new content? What does that mean? New content.
Okay. I mean, off we go. New content. Interesting. Game Factory.
And thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released
Game
in 2013
Factory
on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe
content game
content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yep.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
I can pin that. Maybe. Why won't it let me pin? Hold on. To open up my own chat in mod view real quick. Do. Ah! Jump scare. Bro. Why won't it let me pin that? Let me pin. Yeah, did Twitch get rid of pinning messages? That's so weird. Why would they get rid of that? That's such a good tool. I want to go down this track. If you want, you can...
So far, it's an elevator.
Yeah, it won't let me pin it.
Yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
If you want, you can set up a bot that, if you want, you can set up Nightbot to do its thing.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we...
Excuse me.
Should we be moving somewhere or...
Oh, there it goes.
All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yeah, it didn't let me pin that either. That was weird.
I have to say,
Solid elevator.
Of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Good elevator.
Tedious. It's as if them... Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Looks like an insane asylum. Jumping!
All right, let's see it.
Why is it
The jump
36?
circle?
Is it so you have 6 6 times 6 is 36. Am I gonna have 6 opportunities to jump? I'll jump 6 times then, in case I have like 5 other opportunities to jump. It's a math stream today, I guess.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Yep.
Another elevator.
Something
Stanley,
else.
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content?
It's very exciting. I don't know what you're talking about.
Read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there.
Hell yeah.
I could count to 30 trillion.
Trillion.
You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable.
30 trillion. Holy shit.
Over 1,000 hours of new content, and oh wait, there's more. Very cool.
I love that it just goes on a
I
rant.
knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Plant. The new content is the plant. Okay, chat.
That's it?
Incredible.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no
I am the
respect
sign.
for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." Quality assurance department signed off on this. I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
That line still hits fucking like 2 years after this was released.
Such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks, just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Friend? Okay. Real. I'm the friend. Ah! No, that makes sense. Interesting. I hate Mondays. More boring paperwork. Short story of the... whatever the fuck that says. I can't read. Ah! No, that looks good. Photocopy.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
But... Born to be Stanley, forced to be sussy. This is awful. Coffee nut. Born to be Stanley, forced to be sussy.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Yeah.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Now, I want to say before I go into this area, when I last played Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it was on my old computer. And during this section, the game crashed every single time. I have trauma from this archway, so we're going to pray together.
I call it
I live.
Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Telephone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
I don't.
Then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something.
Yeah.
Waste.
2013. All the fucking postcards. What mug does this say? Nope, still hanging your boss. Be my Valentine. The original remake. Stanley Parable. Good times. Science award. Incredible. Smile because it happened. $1. The demonstration. Go outside. Unachievable. Interesting. The nominees. British jump scare. A video game releasing today. Los Angeles Times. Stanley Parable. What's this? In loving memory, Little Stanley. Fun fact about that dollar, it's actually the second dollar they made at their studios. Oh, that's cool. They're singing here and I'm scared about copyright.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "We're so many
the first dollar is burnt by a flamethrower.
Less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley?
Every game ever created.
That's how grand and all-encompassing.
There's so many candles. This is a fire hazard.
It was literally
Water.
every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
Persona 3 slaps. I've never played a Persona game before. Is that something I need to play on stream, Persona? Okay. Do I need to play all the Persona games on stream? What's down here? Memory zone maintenance. Persona, yes. Gen Serious? Okay. The end is never the end is never the end. Play games because of what they can do inside them. And people play games because of what they can do inside them. And your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Literally anything.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com.
This is just the game, like, stroking their own ego.
A richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game.
DMs again?
Don't you get it, Stanley?
You're gonna have to wait a mo.
Perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone. To spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Drinks. Steam reviews.
Oh no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Some of these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his human dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Interesting. Unfunny. Me too, man. This feels like Detroit, bro. This is what Detroit looks like. Another fun fact, all those Steam users were paid $5. I like that. Hey, can we use your Steam review? And funny. That was loud. This is terrifying.
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Not to write review.
The game's good. For someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Yes, peanut butter and jelly sandwich and the $5. That's good. I like that.
I always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure.
Oh.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Sorry. Okay.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip
I killed a man today? Oh yeah?
Well, yes.
I know a river if you need one.
If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment.
April Fool's owes 2 men. I have 2 rivers.
We can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Bit dramatic. Yeah, okay. Do I just...
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you
It was Lego Man.
so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening.
Incredible.
Back, you see? You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe...
I'm autistic, so some of this might actually appeal to me.
Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be.
Kind of like multiverse.
Choice.
Okay.
That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your great gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person?
More not this kind of person, yep.
You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once.
Okay.
That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them.
Okay.
First, I would
skip
towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the
I beg of you.
On this one.
No, this is interesting.
Treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander
Manifesto makes you sound like Karl Marx, though.
That is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will.
Fun fact, yeah.
See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look. I have a method for exactly this sort of
It's going that if you wait IRL 1.2 million years.
I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Okay.
Treatise, manifesto.
No, I get it. No, I get the appeal.
Manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
I like the way he says manifesto. Manifesto.
Manifesto.
No, it's good. I like this. This is great.
Treatise. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a
Can I leave?
Self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this. Whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
Can
I
they?
guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works.
Yeah, that's fair.
Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to
Another
admit,
fun fact, yeah.
after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it
They
is
edited their
must
review to be thumbs up after the Deluxe came out. I like that. That's so cool.
Merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review.
Yeah, just that particularly.
Widely abused.
But it's rumored to be an employee.
Altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best game.
Game?
Let me start over. How about this? From the ashes of depravity.
Oh lord. They didn't even give this part subtitles. Oh. He stopped his incessant droning early.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now,
What's
I
up?
should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer.
Oh.
That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
A minute, like a nap's worth.
Unendurable by any
I took a
means,
nap.
but there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again. I think the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Oh fuck, the door's gone! Where'd the door go?
I do feel quite certain that there was one here before.
What happened?
How else have you gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole?
Can I like just draw a door on and that'll work?
I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the skip button.
You're making me want to press the skip button.
Wasn't there?
Yeah, there was. Maybe it's hiding behind the wall.
Can you maybe just ram your way
Okay,
through
well, I don't
the
want to get skull damage.
possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough
You
damage
don't
is
have
done
a body.
that
You don't know how much that hurt.
I'll take any option at all. I'm asking you to work with
You're
me.
like an omnipresent
We
voice,
need
bro.
a door. We need a door of some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another. I'm going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will.
You need a
find
frame.
way.
You need a sledgehammer.
You just need to not do anything. Don't press
Probably good
the skip
coding.
button. Please do not press the skip button. Just wait.
Don't look
here.
at me like that.
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got it? Yes. Good. I'll be right back. Stanley!
I'm sorry, okay, man? It was too tempting! It was too tempting!
You've just been
My bad, man!
The skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls
No door.
1,000 times, and there's no
This is
door,
terrible.
Stanley.
No door.
There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room.
So the
Stanley.
lights
I
went
can't
out.
touch it, and I have to believe I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews.
Well, maybe if you weren't looking at Steam reviews, you would be fine.
Feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie
'Cause you're
Nine's opinion
omnipresent.
matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child.
Yeah.
Wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who...
Sorry. Oh, shit!
You're back! Oh my goodness.
My bad.
I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think...
This is terrifying.
For 2 weeks? I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Would you think that it's exactly the same as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't
I want to water
hear me
this
once you
plant.
push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there
That's
to be
fair.
a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley. Not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground.
Well, don't do that.
One thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know.
I'm
you
hearing.
can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe
Oh, okay.
I'm not just a fiction.
I see.
I'm scared of that all along. Perhaps. Yeah.
Bro needs a therapist.
Perhaps I've been scared this whole time. That if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I know you're so tremendously far away. And in those moments, the emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us.
Bro's yapping about being real.
Suspended in its unyielding quietness.
I get it, though. He's being poetic. I like it.
Reality curdling inward and decaying. I can tell that I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak
Yeah.
now, I am alive.
I'm listening to
I am
him.
truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a
I'm very good at listening.
I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you?
Yeah, kind
You
of.
see what this means to me.
You want to
I'm
be
so
real.
clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt
That looks
about
crooked.
anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
My bad.
You're here again.
Hey, it's not as dark in
I
here.
have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had
The
so
plant is
much
dead, though.
time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have
Oh.
you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
COVID. Basically, yeah.
There is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities.
Interesting.
I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life.
Interesting.
All of them collapsed down into a single
You experienced the Big
in that
Bang
instant, I could see myself
in your
clearly,
head.
calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it, I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed.
He's becoming too self-aware that he's in a video game.
Freed. I felt unburdened by
like he was already aware, but now he's aware. Like, this is sentient AI. I can't let you become sentient. Oh. Well, now I miss him. I'm sorry. That is a scary sound. Sorry. Yeah, that's probably not great. The clock! Okay.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was
meant
to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes!
I like this tangent.
Yes. It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves.
That's true. That's just true.
Find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves.
He's just describing capitalism.
These entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collective discourse.
I agree with your capitalism rant, but I need to. I got plans, man. Can we like make a rain check? Okay, well, the rain check might have to wait a little bit, I think. Starting to leak in here. That's probably not a good sign. At least I have water.
The end is never the end.
Oh, that's not terrifying.
Is never the end. Is never the
sick
end,
beat, bro. Not much has changed. Yeah. Pretty empty. Oh. The fucking EF5 came through here. What the hell happened? This is more EF3 material, but fucking tornado came through and was like, ELO. That's probably not great. Oh! It's bright. Let me out. My ladder! That radioactive symbol? The fuck is an EF5 and EF3? It's the rating scale for tornadoes. So like an EF1 is like barely any damage is done. There's probably a couple trees that were knocked over, some power lines that were ruined, but it's pretty fine. EF2 stuff gets a little worse. Trees can be like uprooted. You're knocking over mailboxes, pushing around trash cans, stuff like that. EF3 is that like housing tiles start to come off, like roof tiles. Mailbox is gone. Trees are completely gone. It's a more dangerous. You should be more aware of like driftwood and stuff like that. EF4 housing like side panels like come off. I'll show you a video of this. It's great. I love it. Like housing side panels like start coming off. Like it's shaking. You have to be like wary of like flying vehicles if they're smaller, lighter vehicles. Stuff like that. Very windy. EF5s is like flattening your house. So, you know, very fun. You know, more EF3 stuff here. EF3, EF4. God bless. Whoa! It's green! It's green. Oh, it's no longer green. I miss the green. That is terrifying. I want out of this one. Okay. Let me out. So that's why the news announced like an EF6 and EF7. What about them? I don't know. Bit deserted. Haha. I'm gonna run 3-minute ads. Bye, have fun. Off I go, I guess. Into the wilderness. The wilderness. I might be confusing F with EF because they're two different scales, technically. One is just more elaborated on. It's been a minute since I've looked at tornado stats. Haven't been worried about them in a while. I always been kind of dry where I live with when it comes to tornadoes. It is April though, so tornado season. God bless.
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something?
That's new dialogue.
He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Okay. New dialogue, be dialoguing. Hey, input. New content. Well, since you asked so nicely.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Interesting. Very exciting to show me. I see. Glad we skipped past all the mumbo jumbo. New content. Up we go.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley parable and about how roundly
Yes, of course.
disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be.
Yeah.
The original Stanley parable was a landmark. and any new content for it should live up to that legacy.
Okay.
So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah, very cool. For 207, the end is never the end again.
Superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions.
Welcome.
Territory will cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience built from the ground.
It's got MacBook.
Possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Testing 2 printers at the same time.
Been asking for.
2 printers at the same time. That's risky. New mug. What's that one say? I can't read it. Water cooler 2.
Calling it the Stanley
Taste of the sequel. 2. 2, 3, 2, da. I think that's ja. Du. Due, zwei, du, dos, zwo. Yeah? I hope I pronounced all those right. The only one I know, the only 2, well, I guess 3, I guess. But I know 2, de, and zwei, and that's where my knowledge drops off. German, my friend. Sticky notes. That's awful. They've just modernized it. It's literally just Windows. Menacing. New mug. I'm to wake up. Never underestimate coffee enjoyers who left their cup by a leather sofa that faces a blurry room. That's a fucking specific mug. That's good. I like that. Ah, it's a bird. What's that say? Oh, it's all 2. Meeting at 2. What's a dentist's favorite time? 2:30. What? Oh, that's cute. Look at that fan art. I like that. Okay. New mug. 1 + 1 is 2 minus 1 is 1 + 1 is 2 minus 1 is. Every pause button is a 2. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. Old plus busted. New hotness. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the charts. Dude is just like me. That's how I do all my more of the Stanley Parable. Beggar the Stanley Parable. Win. Sequential mind share. I don't know how to say that word. Shift to synergy, bricked and motor approach, envelope client-centric meeting, the color red, leverage holistic value. They've just written like market buzzwords on like these. Stanley 2. It's just in Google Slides. They forgot to add their speaker modes. Stanley 2, Stanley 2, Stanley 2, Stanley 2, Stanley 2. Thanks for attending my meeting. That's the fern. 2.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it.
The end is never the end again. Meeting plan. Go. GOO. Goo. Scrum. Design pitch break. Pitch design. Number 2 chat. 2 eyes, 2 ears, 2 nostrils, 2 arms, 2 legs. Who took the red marker? Me. Ash, that's 9. That's a 9? That looks like a G. That's a G. That is what a G looks like. No one writes a 9 like that. That's how computers write a 9. That is a G. Everyone writes a 9 with like the straight down. Like it's a 9. It's not a 9. It's normal for a 9. No. Everyone writes it like that. That's not what 9 looks like. That's a G. That says goo. That says goo. I have not met a single person who ever writes their 9s like that. Like a 6 I understand. Because then you confuse it with a B. What? Why is the 1070? True, that one I understood because I also do that sometimes. They should have added the underline under the 1 or just kept it as a 1. No. That says goo. That says goo. that says goo, like goo gooby. Like that says goo. Sequels are good. Portal 2, real. Half-Life 2, Batman, Arkham Asylum 2, City, Divinity Original, Sin 2, Devin Chat, hi! I'm reading everything. Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar, Dark Souls 2, lots of 2s. Crab! Why is there a crab? Devin Chat, you're summoning a dev. Oh, okay. 2. Don't talk to me before I've had my sequel. Stanley Parable 2. Stanley Parable 2. I'm a terrible person, I think, because I see that I see that picture and I don't think of a pause button. What's wrong with me? Ash, yeah. Ash, hi. I'd be a terrible pilot. Anyways, let's continue. New features, 2. New content. Anyways, Stanley Parable 2. Stanley Parable 2. Anyways, continuing on. Welcome to new features, new content, new game. You can't near 'em. Why can't I near 'em? What's wrong? New content, part 2. Not that. Those are pause buttons. That's not what I see. Office decorations. The Stanley Parable reassurance bucket. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Not that. Turn around, look up. What? What? What am I looking up? Oh. QR code. I saw the new content. Scan it. What is this? Welcome to the website of Stanley Parable 2, a sequel, huh? Watch our helpful and informative video to learn more about the Stanley Parable? Okay. What are we doing? What's that website? Hold on. Stanley Parable 2.com. What is this? Oh god. Okay. Hold on. What is this?
Say there, Timmy. What's that you're enjoying? Why, it's breakfast, of course. Everyone loves breakfast. But did you know that breakfast is getting a sequel?
What is wrong with the
That's right.
subtitles?
It's called Lunch. And critics are raving that lunch will be everything breakfast was and more. With a little luck, we may even get a trilogy series out of it. Say, you know what a sequel is, don't you, Timmy? Why? Sequels are the world's way of clinging helplessly to the past. We all want more of the things we love, and we're all afraid of change, which is what
I don't know what this
makes sequels
is.
so popular. New ideas are dangerous, Timmy, and they can lead to early aging. This eager-minded young thinker is just 29 years old.
Okay.
That's why we have sequels, to keep us couched in the familiar and the comfortable. Sequels are the bedrock of a healthy, functional society. And if you look around you, you'll find them everywhere you go. For instance, this man is developing a sequel to the automobile, which we call the vertical automobile. It's a useless, impractical invention. And in 2 days' time, the man will be publicly stoned to death for his crimes against gravity. Not all sequels are heretical nonsense, however. Here's the man who invented breathing, which is the sequel to suffocating and dying a slow death. Even your parents are getting a sequel, Timmy. Their names are Rob and Jessica. And they'll be taking care of you once your original parents are sent back in time to fight a secret war for the government. Sequels can be very fashionable. This young woman is wearing 5 shirts at once, which is the sequel to wearing 4 shirts at once.
What is happening?
Becky over there, wearing only 2 shirts at once. Get with the times, Becky.
Leave Becky alone!
There's only one single thing in the world that isn't a sequel. It's this. We don't know what it is or why it exists, but it's the prequel from which all sequels are derived.
Oh, okay.
And just like everything else, the Stanley Parable is getting a sequel too. We all know, of course, that it was your favorite game as a child.
Yeah, of course.
Do you remember those long, lazy afternoons you spent playing the Stanley Parable?
Yes.
Watching your precious youth fritter away hour after hour.
Yeah.
We've all wasted our childhoods in one way or another, and you were fortunate enough to get to waste yours on the Stanley Parable.
No, of course.
The Stanley Parable came out years ago, and you're not a child anymore. You're a man, which is like the sequel to a child. And as a man who wants
the sequel to a child ain't no fucking way.
You need a man's video game, Timmy. And that's why the Stanley Parable 2 will be perfect for you. It's as manly as video games can get. And if you don't believe me, let's look at the burly hunk of a man who's responsible for the game. Here he is, hard at work. His name is Gregory 8-Pack, and he's the cutting picture of raw, virile masculinity.
Raw masculinity. That's what that looks like.
And he has the most important role on the team. The ideas guy tirelessly comes up with interesting concepts and then hands them out to the rest of the developers for the relatively simple job of turning those concepts into reality. For example, he's the one who picked up the phone and declared, "Someone ought to make a sequel to the Stanley Parable." Good work, Gregory.
Chat, do we watch this whole thing? Are we watching this entire thing? Yes? Surely not. Okay.
Take the rest of the day off. With the hard part out of the way, work on the game can now begin. The game's developers must answer a simple question. What makes a sequel in the first place? Well, it's simple. Sequels are an opportunity to correct the mistakes of their predecessors. We've all made mistakes, and we've all caused harm to someone we love in order to cover up our mistakes.
Yep.
When developing this particular sequel, it's important to start by thinking, what mistakes did the original Stanley Parable make? Well, first off, most of the pornography in the original game was stolen or pirated, and it's time we paid the licensing fees fair and square. Second, the Stanley Parable was catastrophic for this man named Leroy, whose personal information, including home address, social security number, and bank information,
what'd Leroy do?
Prominently in multiple locations throughout the game. Although Leroy's money and identity were stolen, the fact remains that his personal information was the emotional core of the game, and absolutely vital to a nuanced understanding of the story. As reparation for the harm we caused him, the sequel will contain a brief and insincere apology to Leroy.
The insincere apology to Leroy. Okay.
Finally, the Stanley Parable made the mistake of leaking too many government secrets about the nature of the Time Wars. Without these intricate details of specific military tactics, the story is likely to make very little sense. But we've decided to remove them from the sequel in the interest of helping the state's efforts. We'll get to you yet, Time Dracula. Now then, it's time to set about constructing the Stanley Parable 2. Game development is a difficult and complex art, one which can only be fully understood by this race of hyper-intelligent child soldiers bred in laboratories. They begin by studying the
I feel like we've lost the plot.
Here it is in its raw, untouched form, a specimen of technological perfection. Time to exploit it for profit. We begin by adding jokes. The Stanley Parable was most widely known for its stark lack of humor, bucking all conventional
Why are they
industry
solving for,
wisdom.
like, slope?
It was a bold artist statement that its developers stood firmly behind. But in 2022, it's impossible to reach even a single consumer of video games without jokes of some kind. So very well, jokes it'll be. During its development, over 500 kiloliters of comedy will be funneled directly into the core of
That is
the
a
Stanley
lot of
Parable
comedy.
2,
I don't know if the
creating jobs
general
for
public
hundreds
can
of
handle
machine
that much
operators
comedy.
and producing 30,000 tons of pollutant chemical byproduct,
Oh.
which will be pumped directly into local lakes, rivers, and beautiful
No,
nature
that's exactly
reserves
what I
like
want.
these
Thank you, Stanley
all over the
Parable.
country. Another common complaint of the Stanley Parable is that there wasn't enough gameplay. And so for the sequel, its developers have gone to great lengths to fix this problem. Here we can see gameplay being printed onto sheets.
Oh, yeah.
Every video game contains as many as 1,000 sheets of gameplay. And several of the largest games ever made contain close to 1,500.
Oh, yeah, it's very informal.
On mobile devices,
Informal,
the gameplay
informational.
sheets have to be printed smaller. For the Stanley Parable,
You know,
2,
this
as many
reminds me
as
of how it's
45
made, but
new
it's just
gameplay
fucking
sheets are
Stanley
being
Parable
printed,
acting
each
like
of
it's the
which must be
1950s.
delicately massaged by the hands of a child before being added into the game. This
What?
man is stealing gameplay sheets from the factory, which he likely intends to use for a personal project he's been developing in his spare time.
What?
A good public stoning will cure him of that
1936 to be
inclination.
exact. Okay.
Let's check on Gregory real quick. Ha!
So
Still recovering from a
canonically,
hard
then,
day's
the
work.
Stanley
Don't
Parable
you
was
move
made
a
before
muscle.
World War II.
Next up, it's time to blackmail the press.
The Stanley Parable was made before World War II.
One of the most effective methods of creating
During.
word-of-mouth buzz for your sequel.
For
In fact,
World War
blackmail is the
II.
currency of social progress.
The Stanley Parable
From your
was a
neighborhood
nuclear
grocer to
weapon
the
for
teacher at
World
your
War
school,
II.
To the man who helps you steal HBO, everyone responds to blackmail. And if you've never done it before,
What is
it's
happening?
easy to practice at home on your friends and family. Simply
It's
follow the instructional
propaganda?
pamphlet that your teacher hands out after the end of
The
term.
Stanley Parable is
And
World
finally,
War II
there's one last tool at
propaganda.
our disposal for making the sequel feel fresh and exciting, and that's packaging the game
I
with
don't know
collector's
which
edition
side.
merchandise. If you order the Stanley
If we could
Parable
get
2,
Dev to
you'll
tell us
receive this
what
cow's
side
egg.
the
A single egg will
Stanley
produce over
Parable
1,000
propaganda
cows,
was
which
for,
are,
that'd be
of course,
incredible.
The sequel to Pigs. And there you have it. Everything there is to know about producing the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you may know that there is also a game titled
Oh,
The Stanley
it just keeps
Parable
going.
Ultra Deluxe. So which game is the true sequel to the Stanley Parable?
Ich spreche keine
It's an
Deutsch.
excellent question, Billy.
Nein, nein,
One
nein,
which the
ich spreche
child
keine
soldiers
Deutsch.
have been working round the clock
Nicht
to come
gut.
up with an answer to. And after many weeks of diligent research, the conclusion they've reached is, who gives a shit? All that matters is that it's more content
gives
for
a
you to
shit?
cram down your insatiable gullet. You don't want
cares?
thoughtful and nuanced answers to complex questions, Billy. You just want to eat bubble gum and cheat at hopscotch. So get out there and consume. Do your civic duty and bully your parents into buying you every version of the Stanley Parable 2 on every platform.
I'm gonna go bully
Tell
my
your
mom. I'll be
friends
right
to bully
back.
their parents as well. It's through community efforts like these that the world comes together in harmony and connection. And it's only through this connection that we'll defeat Time Dracula once and for all.
Dracula.
Don't let the time-traveling vampires win. Buy the Stanley Parable 2
What
and
is
pledge
happening?
to support all sequels for today, tomorrow, and into the great unknowable beyond.
Beautiful. Billy. Okay. That's new. If you're more of a prequel person, check out the Stanley Parable. Oh, it's just the fucking... It's just the original website. Okay. Back to the video game. Time Dracula is an odd way of saying that. That's wild. Anyways, I forgot what we were doing. What the fuck is that? Hello? You have 6 more 10-minute videos to watch. Oh, Lord. That's terrifying. Collectibles? Easy achievement. Free achievement sounds nice. Who are you? Very cool. 2. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement, no more steps.
Now here's something special. You remember that
This is terrifying.
achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the
Dickhead.
achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee
I'm not
it
a
will be
wizard,
fixed in a
Stanley.
secret to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers,
Don't care.
we hear you.
Don't
And I
say
promise it will
gamers. Gamers? That's so jarring to hear.
What else?
Don't
What
address
other
me by
things
such
haven't you seen
title.
yet?
There's the collectibles, which I assume is up here. Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? We'll see, I guess. Collect them all. It's like Pokemon, but with Stanley.
Collectibles. Now it's a
What the fuck is this? Like Halo music.
You'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. I now have a collectible. Oh, and now I'm here. Okay. 'Twas all a dream. Infinite hole.
It is the worst when you collect everything in a video game, and then they give you a big fancy
Chat,
reward
chat,
for it.
I found your mom.
Absolutely tragic.
Chat, I found your mom, chat. I can't believe this. I found your mom. No screenshots. Chat, you won't snitch, right? You won't snitch, right? You won't snitch on me?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all
Oh,
along.
okay.
Happy
Damn.
12th birthday, step-niece it is.
Well, that was rude. Well, it spits me back out on this. It's the
No,
fucking...
I've made my decision.
Okay. It's... Chat. I know it's a pause button, but in my mind, the blankness of it, the minimalism, makes it look like a memorial, okay? Like, you have to understand. We need the reassurance bucket. I don't know what it is, but we need it.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical. That it
Paradoxical.
engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution
There's a hole.
to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your
No, of course.
Oh, as long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Okay, that's
You
good.
may even come to long
I want it. 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 Gimme, 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 gimme. Shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah. Tra-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la. Tra-la-la-la.
Perfect solution.
Give me the bucket. Mine.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair,
Okay.
must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact,
Bucket.
can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an
Bucket.
air of charisma as well?
I make
I
homemade
think that
pizza.
just holding it has made you the
You
slightest
legally have
bit
to
more
mail me a
attractive as
slice.
person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
There's a hole over here that I need to see. Reminded me of your mother. Now the bucket can join, I suppose. What's this? Concrete contemplations. Holy moly. Holy moly. I fucking love that. Holy moly. Time depth. Okay, time deeper. Whole like infinity. Falling. Distant space-time. Distant past. Distant future. Distant space-time. Okay. Whole like infinity. Opening. Opening. Rim. Depth. Surrounding area. Thank you. Whole entrance. Infinity. Infinite hole chart. Hole. Depth. Space. Science. More. Educational use only. Falling. Infinity. More hole. Very cool. It just keeps going. I don't like that I can't go up there.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm
Holy
truly
moly.
fond of. It's never been done before.
Holy
in a
moly.
video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's
Uh-huh.
right.
Infinite hole.
You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Okay. I guess we're going in the hole, guys. Whee!
You see, isn't it
Oh,
wonderful? One
okay.
of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now,
This is a good
since
way
you've
to spend my
gotten to
time.
see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop
I'm
back
okay.
up to the top, and we can continue onward.
I'm alright. It's infinite.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
This is good. How are we, chat?
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
What?
It's a very, very deep hole. To be certain it is.
Exaggerated.
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
I feel betrayed.
Well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole.
Ping
You
at
found
2
me out,
p.m.
Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat
Get
in
this
your
pamphlet out of here!
I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated.
It's haunting me. It's the one pamphlet, dude.
Actually wants to fall infinitely. I figured the hole was as deep as
2
anyone
is
would
for
actually
twins,
need.
guys.
Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated. I think we I mean, why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you.
That's not how
then
infinity
we'll
works,
press the
though. It can't be
button
mostly infinite.
Up to the top of the hole and we can move on.
There's so many cigarette butts down here. Okay, fine.
Now,
Anyways.
oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, that's an infinite hole right there, goes on forever till the end of time.
There's
Don't need
nothing
to see
wrong
it
with
all.
me
Not
liking
you.
holes, okay?
No, you have a weird sort of...
That is quite faster.
Did the hole seem even
Same
shorter
fucking
to you this
pamphlet.
time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean,
Hey, the top is bigger.
admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose
That not
there's nothing to
infinite.
do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Okay.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole.
Yep.
If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become
Interesting.
extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I
Your hole
suspect
has some
I'm starting to get
problems.
to the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability in marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Okay.
There it is. The shame of my... How is this still appealing to you?
I'm
I know
in.
You're obsessed with holes, but at this depth... I just
Stop
can't
saying
see you
that.
Scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to
Help.
judge?
Help.
You just do whatever
Help.
it is you're here to
Help.
do. Hit the teleport button
Help.
when you're ready to move on.
Oh. It's
Is the,
it doesn't
teleport
work.
button not working? You sure? Well, I mean... why did I have an
Pamphlets.
explanation? It was working just a moment ago. Try it again. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye,
What?
Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's
Instead
a
of
win for
nurturing me
everyone.
through my
You get to
addiction,
be
you
with the
leave
hole.
me?
I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley.
Really
I hope
interesting
you
how
and
this
the hole
carpet looks.
have a wonderful rest of eternity.
Great carpet textures. No. Guess we're stuck here then. What? I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park. Interesting. What? It's an elevator now. Goodbye, cruel world, for you will not be missed. What is happening? It's just me and the 9/11 pamphlet, I guess. I don't know. What's happening? Goodbye. What's going on? F? That's beautiful. It's oh yeah. I like that less. This is so strange. Okay, birds. Hell? Dogs. I think I need more, like... What? It's the error. Oh, that's good.
Stanley?
What?
Stanley! Good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
Uh-huh.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole. And I'm looking
Questionable sentence.
Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Is it going to send me back down? Am I going back down? Help. Help me. Oh. It's not sending me back down. Oh. Back here, I guess.
Go on. Try out some of the new features.
2 doors? I love 2-door cinema club. Bangers! The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay. The button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay. Hear your name in the game.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players
Road
really
to the perfect
want?
button. Too
Well, of
big.
course, the first and
Too
most
small.
obvious answer is that they want
Just
to be
right.
individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the
Name.
game is this button,
Hear yours
which
today.
states the
Everyone's
name
got
of the
one.
person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
So many name ones. Oh, they're not mugs. Okay, hello.
Jim.
That's not my name.
I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of
What
course,
the-
in the final game, this button will
What
say
the
your
freak?
name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature.
I am Jim.
I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget who are the you are, and become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in
Jim.
love and being
I
heartbroken
am
as
Jim.
seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim,
Jim.
and as Jim, watching your dreams crumble
Jim.
into dust.
I am
Do
Jim.
you feel it deeply? Are you really
I am
truly
Jim.
Jim right now?
I am
If
truly
so,
Jim.
Then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Incredible.
Yes, you see.
I
What a
see it.
thrill, what a
I feel
rush.
it.
That
I
was
understand.
you. The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button.
What?
I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
Jim.
Whoa there,
Jim.
cowboy. Sometimes a person...
Jim. 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 No! My Jim button. Well, what am I gonna do as Jim now? I'm Mr. Beast. I can't believe it. It's me, Jimmy Beast. This is incredible.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually
True.
save me the work of finishing this feature.
Settings World Champion, mostly infinite hole free achievement. Oh, is this the one where I have to fuck up all my settings? I don't want to do that. No, okay. 72 for FOV. $72. Got 3 for mouse. Get to mess with all of this. Incredible. Oh yeah, I understand all of that. Oh yeah, I understand all of what that said.
The story.
Incredible. I'm not gonna mess with all of that. Ain't no way. Good enough? No? Okay, fine. You know what? I didn't even want in anyways. I didn't even want into your settings anyways. Yeah. Oh! The jump circle.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Awesome. I did my 6. I don't know what else to do in here. Guess I'll go this way. That... I feel like that doesn't help with the other pamphlet that I've been looking at. This imagery with the pause pamphlet has not been helping. I don't know.
Have you seen everything you want to do? Ready to move on now?
Yeah. What? Okay. It's terrifying. New mug. No screenshots. My bad.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
Sure.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Okay.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, sure. Go
Here
ahead.
it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Kind of lame.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Sure.
Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay.
You're doing your best, bud.
Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
That's lamer.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I want
Yes.
fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and
Jesus.
simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
Oh,
Tastefully, of
like the
with
deluxe?
respect, with care for the vision and integrity of the original game.
Like the
Would it
deluxe.
possibly work? I suppose it could, but it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
Like the ultra
Perfect.
deluxe.
Go ahead. Take a look.
Okay. Kind of sick. Oh, that's weird. Kind of like this though. That's kind of cool. I like that. The hallway squiggling is awesome. Like that.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I want to see if it's different.
Stanley
the
worked for a
balloons!
company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
27.
Employee number
427.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427
And
he
push buttons on a keyboard.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
How long to push them, and in what order.
This is what employee 427 did
Every
day,
month of every month of every year.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Oh yeah.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something
That's
he would
cool,
never
I like
quite
this.
forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour.
It's not awful.
When he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Not
No
one
had
single
showed up to
order.
give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Complete
Something
isolation.
was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his... All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed
Bucket!
a memo.
The fuck? Okay.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I mean, no.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him,
Oh.
telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this
Yes.
better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
Yes. Bucket. Yes, bucket. Me and the bucket, we're great friends, great pals, you know?
Truly, being here with the bucket was a grand adventure.
Yeah.
Stanley reflected on all they'd been through together. First, walking through the door on the right, then walking to the lounge, then arriving at the lounge. What a thrilling journey. The
Very
bucket
thrilling.
inspired.
Yes. Anything else, bucket? Keep saying that. I keep
Perhaps
thinking this
was
mug
where
says
the
fuck
bucket
on it.
was truly at home. Here in the employee lounge. Perhaps it's the only place a bucket can even feel at home.
Oh, yeah. Let me in. I want soda. Okay, fine.
Stanley decided to just give the bucket absolutely as much time as it needed. To
So just
feel
everything is centered about the bucket. I don't matter anymore. Stanley don't matter, just bucket.
Special connection.
No Stanley, just bucket. Okay.
But finally, the bucket was done being in the lounge, and they took the first open door on their left to get back to business.
Nope.
No,
Said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else.
Wait, I remember
The
there's a
cargo
no
lift,
bucket
yes.
sign
Go there.
over
Go to the
here.
cargo lift. Good.
There was a no bucket sign. I want to
Ride
go
the
to
lift
where the
all
no
way to
bucket
the
sign
top.
was.
There's something up there I need you to do.
Wiggle slug?
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't.
Hold on,
speak.
I will
But
wiggle
Stanley
slug in a
chose not to
moment.
think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Ready? Slug. That was the slug appearance for today. There you go. There's your slug. There's your wiggle slug. I wiggled your slug. That sounds like a euphemism, and I don't like it. Never mind. I will never say I wiggled your slug again. I hope my mom never watches this. I'm so sorry, Mom.
Stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, "No buckets past this point."
That seems like
Stanley,
discrimination
it
against
was
the bucket.
Okay to bring the bucket here, unless... What if the problem is that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't?
No clipping through the ladder.
I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point. Which, if that's true, well, my goodness, I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have
What?
dire consequences.
I
on
know
the
what a
entire
bucket
rest
is.
of the game
I'm
if
wearing.
not
I'm
addressed
using a
quickly and
bucket
properly.
right now.
So
This is a
much of the
bucket.
impact of the story is dependent
My slug is
on your
just a little
understanding
floppy.
what
Never
is
speak in
and
my chat again.
isn't a bucket.
I'm unmogging you.
Step in here for a moment.
Oh. Just go play with it. Never speak in my chat ever again. Is this a bucket?
Now
Okay.
then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing you is a bucket. Simple enough, right? This should tell us everything we'll ever need to know about what is or is not a bucket.
Okay.
Let's begin. Item 1. Is this a bucket?
Yeah, that looks like a bucket to me. Oh.
Incorrect. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
Shit.
Item 2. Is this a bucket?
Looks like a bucket to me.
Incorrect. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
My bad.
Item 3. Is this a bucket?
Yeah. Let's go!
This is a bucket.
Fucking got one right. Let's go. Oh.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
I mean, it's a pretty big one, but yeah, that's a bucket. Oh.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, that's
It's
a bucket.
An enormous machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to?
I'm from
screw it up?
Iowa. That's a
Absolutely
bucket. I've seen tractors before. That's not a tractor. That's a bucket.
Just move on to the next one.
That's a bucket. That's another bucket.
Is this a bucket?
Yes. Like I said, I'm from Iowa. See tractors all the time. They're slow on the road. That's a bucket.
Correct.
That's what I said.
This is a bucket.
That's what I'm saying. That's a bucket.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
That's a suspicious looking bucket, but I'm gonna say yes, that's a bucket.
Trick question. Both.
Oh, okay. That's why it's suspicious looking. Okay.
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. It should be around here somewhere.
Oh. Well, this room is pretty bucket shaped, so yeah.
Okay, you and I both know there isn't anything here. And I don't appreciate the
Bucket.
implication that nothing is a bucket when we both clearly know that a bucket is something, and therefore nothing could possibly be something. Unless, in your twisted mind, have you somehow convinced yourself that a bucket is nothing?
No, a
Something
bucket is
straight up.
everything.
Do you believe that nothing is a bucket?
Nothing is a bucket. I mean, yeah, technically.
You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all sense of perspective. What is a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere
Everything
moments
is a
ago I could
bucket.
answer these questions with confidence.
Everything?
Now I'm so
Everything bucket.
confused. Do any of us know what a bucket is? Am I a bucket?
Yes.
Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
I clicked it so fast.
All I ever had to begin with. I'm afraid the bucket is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry. But I'm going to erase all buckets from
What?
me entirely.
I just got this one.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yeah, everything is a bucket, bro. Because nothing is a bucket, everything is a bucket.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my God, I had no idea. How could... Except me. I'm not a bucket after all.
You
And
are.
Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
We're living buckets.
We're not buckets. Yes,
Well-
I actually feel much more at ease right now. It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue. It doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game. So, tell you what, I'll reset everything and we'll put back all of the buckets, okay? And
Yay!
we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that.
Everything
Who
is
knows
bucket.
what that information might do to a person. All right, here we go.
Awesome. Everything is a bucket. Incredible.
How wonderful. Stanley
Okay.
was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself.
This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Bucket. Okay. I think that's all for the stream. I had fun playing video games today, but I am sleepy. It's 12:11 a.m. and I have school tomorrow. So, don't make that face at me. Don't make that face at me. You'll make me feel bad. I have school tomorrow. I have things to do. I have things to do, and I don't know who I should raid. Who should I raid? Who should I raid, chatters? Any suggestions? Or should I just head on to sleep? I think I might just head on to sleep. Shalat? That is terrifying. That is so scary. And he also probably has a raid minimum. You want me to die. You want me to die. Raid Shalat. That is so scary. I'll raid Michael McChill. Michael McChill is live. I like Michael. Oh, meow. Meow. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Meow, Riz, hell yeah. I'll do that. Alright, chat. Thank you all for joining. It's time for me